Most women think that when a guy wants them, he'll make big moves. He'll text all the time, shower you with attention, tell you you're beautiful every chance he gets, and make it super obvious he's into you. That's complete bullshit. The truth is this: when a man really wants you, when he's feeling that deep pull in his chest that he can't shake off, he does the total opposite. He gets quiet. He plays it cool. He acts like you're no big deal. And women get fooled by this every single time. You think his silence means he doesn't care. You think playing it cool means you're not on his mind. You think acting casual means he's not interested, but you're wrong, dead wrong, because guys don't show they want you the same way women do. Women talk about feelings. Women make it clear when they like someone. Women don't hide their interest. Men do the complete opposite. They hold back. They test things out. They protect themselves. And while you're sitting there thinking he's not into you, he's fighting a battle inside his head that you can't even see. Here's what nobody tells you. When a guy goes quiet around you, it doesn't mean nothing's happening. It means something big is happening. It means he's trying not to screw things up. It means you're getting to him in ways he didn't expect, and he doesn't know how to handle it without looking like he's trying too hard. Society teaches women that wanting someone is loud, that liking someone means showing it constantly, that real interest always makes itself clear. But guys have been taught the exact opposite their entire lives. They've been told that showing too much too fast makes them look needy, that chasing a woman makes them look pathetic, that saying how much they want someone makes them lose control of the situation. So when he really does want you, when you're on his mind way more than normal, when he's replaying conversation ends with you in his head, he won't show it the way you expect. Instead, he sends signals, quiet signals, behavior signals, signals that most women totally miss because they're looking for something completely different. These signals are small, easy to overlook, and nothing like what movies and TV shows have taught you to watch for, but they show way more truth than anything he could say out loud because they happen when he's not thinking about it. They slip out when his guard drops. They show what's really going on in his head, even when his pride won't let him admit it. And this video breaks down every single one of them because the signs he sends when he wants you aren't rom-com moments. They're tiny shifts in how he acts, what he pays attention to, how he reacts to you, and how he positions himself around you. These signs show up when he's feeling pulled toward you stronger than he thought he would, when your presence affects him more than he wants to say, when he starts seeing you differently than he did before. A guy's mouth almost never says what he feels first, but his actions always give it away eventually. In this video, you're going to learn the 6 quiet signals that almost every woman misses. The signals he sends when your presence starts affecting him for real. When his brain keeps going back to thoughts of you. When he starts imagining things between you two that haven't happened yet. And once you get these signals, you'll never read a guy wrong again. You'll see through the surface and into the real feelings he's working so hard to hide. Because when he wants you, he won't say it with words. He'll say it with behavior. And if you're not paying attention, you'll completely miss the moment when he's actually feeling it. Before we get into it, quick reminder, real growth doesn't happen just from watching YouTube videos. It happens when you're part of a group that pushes your growth forward. If these videos have been helping you see things more clearly, imagine what going deeper could do for your confidence and understanding in relationships. This isn't just another program you sign up for and forget about in a month. This is a space where women learn about attraction, how to read people better, and how real connection actually works. You don't join for a little while. You join for life. Every future program, every lesson, every bit of content is yours forever. No monthly fees, no expiration dates, just one choice that changes everything. If you're serious about understanding men better, having real confidence in dating and never feeling confused again, click the link below. Join the group. Sign up once. Grow forever. Let's get into it. Signal number 1. He controls himself way more around you than he does with anyone else. The first and most common quiet signal a guy sends when he secretly wants you is a shift in how controlled he acts. Not distant, not cold, not uninterested, but careful, measured, like he's thinking before he speaks and watching what he does around you. Guys almost never come out and say they want someone. Instead, they show it through tiny changes in behavior that slip out when they're trying to stay in control. These small shifts carry way more truth than any words could because they happen without him planning them. They're automatic. They come from a place of nervousness, attraction, and feelings he hasn't sorted out yet. One of the earliest signs is that he suddenly cares how he comes across to you. He's not as loose or relaxed as he is with other people. He watches his jokes. He's more careful with his language. He doesn't want to say the wrong thing or come off the wrong way because your opinion of him actually matters. This kind of shift doesn't happen unless you've gotten under his skin in some way. Guys don't monitor themselves like this around women they don't care about. Another big part of this signal is physical control. His body language around you is different than it is around everyone else. He doesn't get too close too fast. He doesn't touch you casually like he might with other people. He gives you space even when he wants to be closer. This isn't lack of interest. It's the total opposite. He's holding himself back because he doesn't want to cross a line or make you uncomfortable. Guys who don't care about a woman have no problem being casual or even pushy with physical space. But when he actually wants you, he respects your boundaries almost too much because he's scared of ruining things before they even start. You'll also notice he's more aware of your reactions. He watches how you respond to things he says. He picks up on your mood shifts. He adjusts his energy based on yours. If you seem uncomfortable, he pulls back. If you're laughing and open, he leans in more. This level of attention only happens when a guy is tuned into you emotionally. The most powerful part of this signal is how unnatural it feels for him. Guys are usually more relaxed, more laid back, more whatever when they're around people they're not trying to impress. But around you, he's different. He's putting in effort without making it obvious. He's managing himself in ways he doesn't do anywhere else. And here's what makes this so important. If a guy truly doesn't want you, he doesn't care how he comes across. He doesn't monitor himself. He doesn't adjust his behavior. So when he's suddenly more controlled, more careful, more aware around you, it's not random. It's his heart trying to protect something he doesn't want to lose before he even has it. Signal number 2, he finds reasons to be in your space without making it obvious. The second quiet signal is one most women completely overlook because it doesn't look like a guy chasing you. It looks like coincidence, like luck, like just happening to be there, but it's not. When a guy starts wanting you, he begins putting himself in your world in small, seemingly random ways that give him access to you without him having to admit why he's really there. For example, he starts showing up at places you go to, the coffee shop you mentioned, the gym you work out at, the spot you grab lunch. He'll act like it's no big deal, like he just happened to be there, but there's way more going on underneath. Guys don't randomly change their routines unless there's a reason. If he's suddenly in your space more often, it's because being near you feels good to him, and he's cross-art. Eating chances to see you without having to ask directly. Another way he does this is through mutual friends or group hangouts. He becomes way more interested in group plans if he knows you'll be there. He says yes to things he normally wouldn't care about. He stays longer at events than he usually would. He positions himself near you in the group without sitting right next to you or making it weird. He also uses small excuses to reach out. He might ask you a question he could easily figure out himself. He might send you something funny that reminded him of a conversation you had. He might check in about something casual just to have a reason to talk to you. Women often read this as just being friendly, but there's way more happening below the surface. Guys don't reach out to women they're not thinking about. Sometimes he doesn't reach out directly at all. Instead, he uses social media. He watches your stories every single time. He likes your posts consistently. He comments in ways that are playful or thoughtful, not just generic. He's not doing this with everyone. He's doing it with you. And even though it seems like nothing, it's his way of staying present in your life when he can't physically be there. The most powerful part of this signal is how natural he tries to make it look. He doesn't want you to think he's chasing you or being desperate. He wants it to feel organic, easy, like things are just flowing. But underneath all that casualness is planning. He's thinking about where you'll be when you'll be there and how he can show up without it seeming forced. These aren't accidents. They're strategic moves disguised as coincidences. Signal number 3, he gets protective of you in small, quiet ways. The third quiet signal is one of the most telling and one of the hardest for him to hide, even from himself. When a guy genuinely starts wanting you, his protective instincts kick in without him deciding to feel that way. He starts caring about your safety, your comfort, your well-being in ways that go beyond basic politeness. This protectiveness isn't something he announces, it's automatic. One of the first signs of this is how he pays attention to your physical space. He notices if you're cold and offers you his jacket before you even ask. He makes sure you're comfortable wherever you are. He puts himself between you and anything that could bother you, like a crowd, a stranger getting too close, or even just a busy street. He walks on the side closer to traffic without making a big deal out of it. These aren't grand gestures. They're small, almost invisible acts that show he's thinking about you in protective ways. Another key sign is his reaction to other guys around you. He doesn't have to be your boyfriend to feel something when another man is hitting on you or getting too friendly. His energy shifts. He might get a little quieter. He might step closer. He might even jump into the conversation in a way that makes it clear you're not alone. He's not trying to control you or tell you what to do. He's just responding to a feeling he can't fully control. His protectiveness also shows in how he talks to you about decisions or situations in your life. If you mention something stressful, something that's bothering you, or someone who's treating you badly, he doesn't just brush it off. He asks questions. He wants to know more. He offers advice or support without trying to take over or fix everything for you. He checks in later to see how things went. This level of care doesn't come from nowhere. Another form of protectiveness is how he talks about you to other people. He doesn't let people disrespect you. He doesn't laugh at jokes made at your expense. He defends you even when you're not there. If someone says something negative about you, he shuts it down. Guys only do this for women they respect and care about deeply. The most obvious form of protectiveness is in his body language when you're together. He stands or sits in ways that create a small shield around you. He keeps an eye on what's happening around you both. He makes sure you get home safe. He offers to walk you to your car. He texts to make sure you made it home okay. These aren't things guys do out of obligation. They're things guys do when they're starting to feel responsible for your well-being because they want you in their life. Signal number 4, he remembers small details about you that most people forget. The fourth quiet signal shows up in the details. When a guy starts wanting you, his brain starts holding on to things you say, things you mention in passing, things you probably don't even remember telling him. This isn't something he's doing on purpose. It's happening because you're taking up mental space in his head. When someone matters to you, your brain naturally pays closer attention. One of the clearest signs is when he brings up something you mentioned weeks or even months ago. You told him once that you love a certain type of food, and suddenly he knows a place that serves it. You mentioned a band you like in a random conversation, and he brings them up later or sends you a song. You told him about a project you were working on, and he asks how it went, even though you never brought it up again. Guys don't remember random details about women they're not thinking about. Another form of this is how he notices changes about you. He picks up on when you get a haircut, even a small one. He notices when you're wearing something new. He can tell when your mood is different than usual, even if you're trying to hide it. He asks if something's wrong when most people wouldn't notice anything. This level of attention only happens when someone is studying you without meaning to. He also remembers your preferences and your dislikes. He knows you don't like a certain type of movie, so he doesn't suggest it. He remembers you're not a morning person, so he doesn't expect you to be cheerful early in the day. He knows what kind of coffee you drink, what makes you laugh, what stresses you out. These aren't things he studied from a manual. They're things he's picked up naturally because he's been paying attention every time you're together. Another sign is how he remembers important things in your life. He knows when you have a big meeting or an important event coming up. He checks in to see how it went. He remembers birthdays, anniversaries of things you care about, or milestones you mentioned. He doesn't need reminders. He just knows because it's stored in his brain alongside everything else he's keeping track of about you. The most powerful part of this signal is how effortless it seems for him. He's not trying to impress you by remembering. He's not keeping notes or making an effort to memorize things. It's just happening naturally because his brain is focused on you in ways it isn't focused on other people. Memory is tied to emotion. The more someone affects you emotionally, the more your brain holds on to information about them. Signal number 5, he matches your energy instead of trying to impress you. The 5th quiet signal is one of the most mature and one of the most overlooked. When a guy genuinely wants you, he stops trying to perform for you and starts matching your energy instead. He's not trying to be the loudest person in the room. He's not trying to show off or prove himself. He's tuning into your vibe and meeting you where you are. One of the first ways this shows up is in how he communicates with you. If you're calm and thoughtful, he slows down and matches that. If you're playful and energetic, he matches that too. He's not forcing a personality or trying to be something he's not. He's reading your mood and adjusting himself so the two of you feel in sync. Another sign is how he talks to you versus how he talks to other people. Around others, he might be louder, funnier, more over the top. But around you, he's different. He's more present, more focused. He listens more than he talks. He asks questions instead of just waiting for his turn to speak. This shift happens because he values the connection with you more than he values performing. You'll also notice he doesn't try to one-up you or compete with you. If you share a story, he doesn't immediately jump in with a bigger or better story. If you talk about something you're proud of, he celebrates it instead of making it about himself. He gives you space to shine without feeling threatened or trying to steal the spotlight. Another form of this is physical mirroring. Without realizing it, he starts matching your body language. If you lean back, he leans back. If you cross your arms, he might do the same. If you smile, he smiles. This isn't something he's doing on purpose. It's happening subconsciously because his brain is wired to create connection through mirroring. He also respects your pace instead of pushing his own. If you're someone who takes time to open up, he doesn't rush you. If you need space, he gives it without making you feel guilty. If you're moving slow in getting to know him, he matches that instead of trying to speed things up. Guys who just want something quick will get frustrated and move on. Guys who genuinely want you will be patient because they understand that real connection doesn't happen on a forced timeline. Signal number 6. He gets quieter around you, but more present. The 6th and final quiet signal is the most confusing for women and the most telling for men. When a guy secretly wants you, he often becomes quieter around you, but not in a checked out way. He becomes more present, more focused, more there. It's not that he has nothing to say. It's that he's taking everything in. He's watching, he's listening, he's absorbing who you are instead of performing who he is. One of the clearest signs of this is how he acts in group settings versus one-on-one. In a group, he might be his normal self, talking, joking, engaging with everyone. But when it's just the two of you, he gets quieter. He's less about filling the silence and more about being comfortable in it. He lets moments breathe. He doesn't feel the need to constantly entertain you. Another form of this is how intensely he listens when you talk. He's not looking at his phone. He's not distracted by what's happening around you. His attention is locked on you. He makes eye contact. He nods. He reacts to what you're saying in real time. Even if he's not saying much back, his body language screams that he's fully engaged. You'll also notice his quietness comes with a shift in his eyes. He looks at you differently. Not in a creepy way, but in a way that feels heavier, deeper, more meaningful. He holds eye contact a little longer than normal. He watches you when you're not looking. He studies your face, your expressions, your reactions. It's like he's trying to memorize you, trying to understand you beyond the surface. Another sign is how his energy calms down around you. If he's usually high energy, loud, or all over the place with other people, but around you he's steady and grounded, that's a signal. He's not trying to impress you with performance. He's giving you his real self, the version of him that doesn't need to be on all the time. The most powerful part of this signal is how it flips the script on what women expect. Women are taught that interest is loud, that desire is obvious, that if a guy wants you, he'll never shut up about it. But the truth is, when a guy really wants you, when the feelings run deeper than surface attraction, he often gets quieter, not because he has nothing to say, but because there's so much going on inside him that words feel too small to capture it. His quietness is respect. His quietness is focus. His quietness is him taking you seriously instead of treating you like a game. In short, most women waste time waiting for guys to say how they feel, hoping for clear confessions, obvious moves, and words that spell out desire. But the truth is that men rarely show attraction, wanting, or interest through direct words. They show it in behavior, in energy, in small patterns that shift the moment they start feeling something real for you. A guy's silence is never empty. It's a language, and the quiet signals he sends are way more honest than anything he could say out loud. By the time he really wants you, his internal world has already gone through huge changes. His attention came back long before his words did. His focus shifted even when he tried to fight it. His protectiveness kicked in, showing how much your well-being affects him. His memory held on to pieces of you that most people would forget, and eventually the signals stopped being tiny and became impossible to ignore. He may not say it, but everything about him, his timing, his reactions, his presence, his emotional shifts, is telling the truth his pride won't admit. This is why understanding these quiet signals is one of the most powerful skills a woman can have. Not to play games, not to chase, not to force anything, but to see clearly, to see past the surface, to recognize real feelings even when words hide them. The real shift isn't in knowing when he wants you, it's in who you become while he does. The woman who recognizes quiet signals is also the woman who no longer needs constant proof. She doesn't chase validation. She doesn't fall apart when things aren't loud or obvious. She doesn't lose herself in confusion or desperation. She stands solid in her own worth. When you understand this, something powerful happens. You stop over-giving, over-explaining, and chasing too hard. You start responding to what's real, not what you hope is real. You recognize when a guy is quietly moving towards you and when he's not. This clarity protects your time, your energy, and your self-respect. And ironically, it's this clarity that makes you more attractive, more confident, and more emotionally solid. So remember this truth. Guys speak through silence long before they ever speak through words. And the woman who knows how to hear those quiet signals becomes a woman who never chases confusion. She sees truth the moment it shows up. In a world full of noise, the greatest power you can have is the ability to read what's unsaid, because that's where his real feelings live. And when he wants you, his silence will always whisper it before his voice ever risks saying it out loud. Remember, knowing means nothing without doing. If you're ready to rise above confusion and lead with confidence, join the group today at the link below. Sign up once, grow forever.